In this LON-CAPA quick tip, I'll show you how to navigate through the assigned problems and begin answering questions. Now once we've logged into LON-CAPA, all the questions in the course will be listed in a column on the left-hand side. We can dive right into any folder and click on any of the links to the problems within that folder to go and start answering those questions. Alternatively, we could click on the Show My First Two problem, and that will take us to the first problem in the list, which is due next. And here it is, Graphing Transformations, which is due September 9th at midnight. And we can see here that I've also tried it once. So if I click on that one, it takes me to a matching problem, where we've got an algebraic representation of a function and a bunch of graphical representations of functions. We can see here that next to each graph, there's a drop-down menu with some selections, and we're going to pick the corresponding algebraic representation for that graph. And I've already tried this once and just took some random selections. I'm going to try some more random selections just for the purposes of the demo. The A and D, and then I can submit. And I can scroll down to see how I did. It says I was incorrect. I've used 2 of 99 tries. So I should go back and actually really think about what the connection is between the functions in their algebraic form and their graphical form, and try again. I should also point out that next to the Submit Answer button, it tells you how many tries you've taken, and there's a link that says Previous Tries, which you can click and see all the previous tries that you've taken on that question. To get back to the contents list, I can click on Course Contents here, or I can go and use these arrow buttons to go to the next problem, or I can go to the previous problem. So if I want to go to the next problem, I'll click the next button, and now I'm at the next problem, which then I can go ahead and try to answer. Here, each graph has a letter next to it, and I want to, again, find the corresponding matching between algebraic and graphical representations. So I can drop down the menu and select the corresponding letter for the graph given by that function. So I'm going to click on Course Contents, either here or up here, and it will take me back to the contents page. If I want to have a look at all folders opened and all problems that are assigned, then I can click on this icon, Open All Folders. And that gives me one view of all the problems that are going to be assigned in this course. And we can see immediately due dates, when they open, how many tries I've made, etc. So I'm going to close that view now. Okay, let's look at another type of problem. I'm going to go to section 2.7, equations of tangent lines. Now in this problem, there's a few drop-down menus to select. There's also some blank fields to enter in information. So here, if I look at this question, therefore the equation of the tangent line is, and right below it, it says note your answer should be of the form a times x plus b. So I can type right in there. If, for example, my answer is a half times x, so I'll use shift 8, which will give me the multiplication sign or the asterisk, x plus, and suppose the y-intercept was 5. And then I could use that as my answer. Alternatively, there's this little pencil icon next to the field. What that allows me to do, open up a drag math box, and it's asking if the applet can access my computer. And you can see here that it's already got my answer displayed, but in a much more visual format. Below I had to use a linear syntax with braces and multiplication signs, but up here I can just edit right on the boxes themselves to change things. I can clear all this information by cutting everything. And maybe let's try to reconstruct another one. So I want to do the same thing, a fraction times x, for example. So I'll scan through the menu and see, okay, oh, there's a fraction. So I'll grab onto the fraction and insert it here. And then what do I want to come next after the fraction? I want to multiply it by something. So I'll click on the multiplication sign, or I'll drag it in actually, drag the multiplication sign into where I want it. And I want an x to appear there, and maybe instead of 1/2 times x, maybe it was 2/3. So I type a 2, click on the bottom box, 1/3 times x, and now I want to plus some y-intercept. So I'll grab on the plus sign, drag it next to the x, let it go, and now I can add plus maybe -4. And I can now save and close. And you can see it's updated the box with the answer that I just constructed. This has been LON-CAPA Quick Tip, how to answer a question.